Hey everyone, welcome to my home. I'm so glad you guys are here today because in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 things you shouldn't do with Amazon FBA. And if you're interested in joining my free 3-day Amazon training series or downloading my free ebook, make sure to click the top link down below because it's 100% free and it'll go into a lot more detail than any old YouTube video. Number 1, never sell a cheap product on Amazon's platform. When you first start dabbling with Amazon FBA, I would understand the urge of buying, 25-cent, 50-cent products to start selling on Amazon's platform. But the truth of the matter is there really is no profit margin in selling really cheap products on Amazon's platform. So let's go over exactly why that is. First off, competition. Now I understand there's competition all over Amazon's website, but I'd wager to guess that maybe 50 or even 75% of first-time Amazon FBA sellers do not feel comfortable enough to step into a $10,000 a month product launch, which means buying a more expensive product and selling that product for an actual decent profit margin. Most people want to sort of dip their toes in the process and just really sort of get situated, and that means that they want to start selling cheaper products initially to get a feel for the whole business model. With that comes my second point, saturation. With a lot of competition comes a lot of saturation. And because it's easy to step into the business model for these low price products that only require an investment of $500 to $1,000, that means there's going to be a lot of people trying out the same exact business model, which means eating away at each other's already slim profit margins. So if it was me, I'd personally just stay away from lower priced products on Amazon's platform. Number 2, automatic campaigns. Automatic campaigns are automated advertising algorithms that Amazon uses in order to sell your products. Now, in theory, this actually sounds pretty good. Amazon takes care of all the advertising and you get sales, right? Well, not really. Depending on how you set up your profile, this advertising campaign can go one of 2 ways. And most likely it's going to go very, very bad and it's going to completely eat your daily budget for advertising. The trick with Amazon advertising is by just doing it manually. You want to do it yourself. You want to have that level of control so you can know exactly where each and every dollar is being spent. People who do their due diligence with regards to Amazon advertising are going to have a huge advantage over people that don't. So make sure to learn the ins and outs of Amazon advertising so you could see success with the Amazon FBA business model. And finally, mistake number 3, product inventory. Now, product inventory is always good to have. It means that you are actively selling your products. It means that you are making money. But there are ways to do product inventory which can absolutely ruin your Amazon FBA business. Method number 1, buying way too much inventory. Let's just say that you have $5,000 ready to invest in the Amazon FBA business model, but you decide that, hey, I got $5,000, why not just buy $5,000 worth of product as well? And the problem is, come the day that you actually start selling your product, you're going to be dead in the water because you didn't allocate enough money to advertise your product. Now, keep in mind that advertising your product doesn't actually take money out of your bank account, it takes it out of your 2-week total. So if, let's just say, over the course of, let's say, 2 weeks, you sold $1,000 worth of product, but you spent also $300-400 of advertising money to get that $1,000 of sales. When all of that is combined and you have a negative total, it's going to start pulling that money out of your actual bank account. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a little bit of money saved up for, learning expenses, I call them, because you're not going to nail advertising on your first go. You're going to want to sort of, nurture it as you go through the process. Method number 2, product customization. Now let me explain. It helps to have a product that looks a little different from your competitors. But this can easily be a huge money pit if you don't do it carefully. In most cases, I recommend people to just add the logo to the product. If you have a logo made, just add that to the product, pay the extra fees. But what I don't want everyone to start doing is start becoming a designer. Now, they're not going to let you change everything about the design, but they may or may not let you change certain materials, certain colors, certain little design elements, and all of this is going to cost you a very, very pretty penny, which is going to eat into your profit margins. So I recommend that you do not do this on your first foray into selling on Amazon's platform. And finally, method number 3, running out of stock. Now, if you ask most people, running out of stock means that your product is successful. It's making a lot of money. People want this product. But for Amazon FBA, it's most likely your worst nightmare. Now let me explain why that is. So when you start Amazon FBA, the only source of sales you're gonna have is from advertising. But there's an extra added benefit of advertising. The more product you sell with advertising, the more likely you are to rank for certain keywords. And the higher you rank for these certain keywords, the more likely you are to get organic sales, which is not only gonna raise your overall profit margin, but it's just gonna straight up make you more money. So let's just say that business is going good, you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, with maybe 15 or 20,000 of that being organic sales. Well, let's just say you go out of stock. You call up your supplier, you order a new shipment, and 50 days later that product arrives. Well, the problem is when you start advertising again, you're not even going to be close to getting the same amount of sales as before, because you're probably not going to be ranked for those certain keywords, which means that all of the money you spent over the last 2-3 months to get your product to that $40,000, $50,000 a month is going to basically have to be respent all over again in order to work your way up the ladder once more to get you to that #1 ranking on all those different keywords. And now you can truly see that running out of stock is a big deal, and you definitely don't want to do this with regards to Amazon FBA. Now, I hope you guys liked the short little YouTube video on Amazon FBA. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to also leave a comment as I read all of those. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.